She is not someone you can take for granted, for when she rises, you'll feel the weight of her strength. Crossing her is a reminder of just how much power lies in the silence of those who refuse to settle. Every scar she carries is a testament to the battles she fought alone, but never again will she face them in silence. If you think she's weak, wait until you witness the fire in her eyes when pushed too far. A woman who knows her worth isn't afraid to walk away from anyone who doesn't see it. She's a storm wrapped in grace. Get too close, and you'll regret underestimating her force. It's not about revenge. It's about standing tall and ensuring no one ever dares to dim your light again. If you've crossed her once, know this: every step forward will only make her stronger, not weaker. Some lessons are learned the hard way, and she's not afraid to be the teacher. Never mistake her kindness for weakness. There's power in the patience of someone who knows their own strength. When she walks away, it's not out of spite, it's out of self-love, leaving behind those who never truly valued her. She's learned to love herself first, and anyone who comes after must respect the boundaries she's set. The quietest ones often possess the loudest strength, for they know when to rise and when to fight back. Her silence will always speak louder than the chaos others create. Crossing her isn't just a mistake, it's an irreversible lesson in what happens when strength meets betrayal. There are no second chances with someone who knows their worth. Cross her once, and you're out of her life. Don't mistake her silence for weakness. It's simply her way of making sure you never forget who she truly is. Her heart is a fortress, and once you break trust, the gates are forever closed to you. She's not one to hold grudges, but she will remember how you made her feel, and that's all she needs to keep moving forward. In the end, it's not about what was done to her. It's about how she chooses to rise above it. If you ever cross her again, it will be a lesson not in pain, but in the realization of how easily one can be replaced. She doesn't need your approval, but you'll certainly need hers when the consequences of your actions hit. You can try to tear her down, but she's already built her foundation on a strength that can't be broken. She doesn't fight with fists. She fights with wisdom and self-respect, and those are weapons you can't handle. The moment you hurt her is the moment you start losing, for she'll learn from it and come out stronger than before. Her resilience isn't something you can destroy. Every time you cross her, you only build her empire. She may forgive, but she will never forget, and the lesson you learn will stick with you forever. If you ever cross her again, be prepared to witness a side of her that is unshakable and untouchable. Her strength doesn't lie in her ability to fight back. It's in her ability to move on and leave behind those who failed her. There is power in her silence, and that silence will be the loudest lesson you'll ever learn. You can cross her, but you can never erase the impression she leaves behind. Her spirit is not one to be broken. It will rise, unbothered by those who try to diminish it. Crossing her once is a mistake. Crossing her twice is an invitation to be left behind. Her heart is kind, but her mind is sharp enough to see through the deceit, and her spirit too strong to be fooled again. Don't mistake her composure for vulnerability. She's quietly plotting her next move, and you won't see it coming. She is more than what you can see. Cross her, and you'll discover depths you didn't know existed. She's learned to protect her peace, and anyone who disrupts it will only regret the chaos they brought. She's not one to make threats. She just calmly walks away and lets life teach you the lesson you didn't want. Her power isn't in the pain you've caused her. It's in her ability to rise above it, unscathed. Cross her, and you'll learn that some things are better left untouched, especially when they're built on years of strength. She isn't someone to fear, but never forget. When you hurt her, you've hurt yourself more. Her resilience is what sets her apart. Cross her, and you'll see how quickly she turns her pain into progress. You'll regret crossing her when you realize that the lesson she teaches is the one you'll never forget. She doesn't need to scream to be heard. Her actions speak louder than any words ever could. Cross her, and you'll watch her rise from the ashes of your mistake, stronger and more confident than ever. She doesn't need to fight for respect. It's given freely by those who recognize her strength. If you cross her again, be prepared for the consequences. Her silence will be your wake-up call. She doesn't need anyone to defend her. She is her own protector, and the lessons she teaches are unforgettable. Her power lies in her ability to walk away from those who don't understand her worth. Crossing her is never wise, for she's learned that sometimes the best response is no response at all. Her resilience is built on a foundation of self-love, and once you break that, there's no coming back. She has nothing to prove and everything to protect. Cross her, and you'll learn that the hard way. She's more than the scars you've left behind. She's the strength that's forged in fire, and it burns brighter with every lesson. Her silence isn't compliance. It's a calm before the storm of empowerment that will rise within her. She doesn't fight to win. She fights because she knows her worth and will never settle for anything less. Crossing her is a lesson in humility. Her ability to move on will always be more powerful than any harm you caused. Her power comes from within, and once you hurt her, you've only given her the fuel she needs to soar higher. She doesn't need to say a word. Her actions will speak louder than anything you could ever hear. If you ever cross her again, you'll realize that some battles are better fought alone, and some people are simply untouchable. Her strength isn't about fighting back, it's about walking away, knowing she's never going to waste her time on someone who doesn't value her. She doesn't need to lower her standards to match anyone's disrespect. She rises, and those who can't keep up get left behind. Cross her, and you'll soon realize that some people can't be broken, no matter how hard you try. Her silence isn't empty. It's the calm before a powerful transformation you won't see coming. She's already learned how to stand tall after every fall. Cross her, and you'll see that lesson firsthand. She doesn't have to prove anything. Her strength is in her ability to walk away from anyone who doesn't value her. Cross her again, and you'll be forced to confront the very essence of who she is: unshaken, unwavering, untouchable. Her heart is like a fortress. Once you betray her trust, the walls are built high and entry is forbidden. She's a quiet warrior. Her actions are louder than the noise others make, and far more powerful. When she chooses peace, it's not weakness, it's strength. The lesson is simple: mess with her, and you'll regret it. She doesn't need revenge. Life will teach you the lesson of crossing someone who knows their worth. Every time she walks away, she's teaching you that it's not her absence that hurts, it's your mistake. She's not interested in drama. She's too busy thriving in her own lane, leaving behind those who caused her pain. Cross her once, and she'll show you how quickly a heart can transform pain into power. She's not afraid to let go of what no longer serves her. If you cross her, she'll simply let you go too. Her power isn't in the battles she fights. It's in knowing when to walk away and protect her peace. She's been through the fire, and it only made her shine brighter. Cross her again, and you'll see the flames reignite. Her respect is earned, not demanded. If you ever cross her again, you'll find that your actions lead to your own downfall. Crossing her isn't just a mistake. It's an opportunity to learn what it means to lose someone who was irreplaceable. She's learned to forgive, but forgiveness doesn't mean allowing the same mistakes to repeat. Cross her, and you'll face the consequences. When she leaves, it's not because she gave up. It's because she knows there's more to life than staying in places that don't honor her. She's the storm that clears the air. If you cross her again, you'll feel the wind shift and the calm that follows. Her strength lies in her ability to walk away when others expect her to stay. Cross her, and she'll teach you the value of losing her. She's learned to protect her heart, and when you hurt it, you're only building the boundaries she'll never let you cross again. She doesn't wait for apologies. She moves on. And that's a lesson anyone who crosses her will be forced to learn. Crossing her won't break her, It'll make her stronger. Her pain is the fuel for her unstoppable growth. Her silence is a reflection of her wisdom. If you cross her, you'll soon realize that words were never necessary for her to teach you a lesson. She doesn't have to fight back. Her strength is in her ability to walk away and never look back. Cross her again, and you'll discover that some lessons aren't taught with anger. They're taught with self-love and boundaries. Her life is not a stage for your mistakes. She's already moved on, and the lesson you'll learn will be from your own regret. She has no time for drama. When you cross her, you're only wasting your own time and energy.